disconcerting to me, to be blocked from the moments of my life.
How did this veil come to be?
It was, no, will be created in chaos, by chaos, to keep the future hidden. All threads converge on a single point here, beyond the veil, and this will happen only once. It is written.
Written? Where?
In the prophecies.
Tell me about the prophecies.
Words have been written by seers who can discern from all possible threads the threads that are certain to be woven. These words are the prophecies.
And what do the prophecies say?
Prophecies speak of a time when the balance will falter, weakened by the assault of chaos and its servants. The moment the veil falls is the moment of uncertainty. The balance may stand, the balance may fall. I cannot tell which it will be, and I cannot even see the possibilities, the threads extending from each fork. But the prophecies also speak of a Savior, as the prophecies usually do, one who will bring order to chaos, only to release chaos on the innocent, one who will restore the balance, only to finally break it.
That doesn't sound like a savior.
The word in my tongue is Kanang La. Literally translated, it means the small seed who grew to a tall tree.
I just love this. It's just like this. You have so many weird like creatures in Mercuria and Arcadia. It's like, and they all like perceive everything differently. I really love this thing. It's like, so here is a being who perceives every possible timelines at the same time. It's really fascinating how they came about to doing this and the research they did to like make this all happen, make it coherent, you know. And Amnaxus is like this. You meet him many times, and he's always like, you know, well met for the first time and things like that. Because he's always basically kind of seeing you for the first time every single time you meet him. Or it is the last time you see him, because time is weird that way.
Can I ask you a few
He's
questions?
basically in the fourth dimension, so he doesn't really perceive
Yep.
things. It's kind of like you ask him, where did you leave that thing? And he's like, go to the room to the left, and then like 3 years ago.
Yep. It is kind of like that.
Could you tell me a little bit about yourself, Naxos?
Me? About myself? We, the Venar, are not good at speaking of ourselves. We always know who we are, and so we have no need to tell each other.
Well, are you married? Do you have kids? Or perhaps your people don't marry?
Yes, we do marry, and we always know who we are to be with, because our future is also our past, and so we also know our children, even though, according to your reckoning, they have yet to be born. My wife will be, the beautiful Abyanda. She lives by the Bay of Fire in the east. She gave birth to our 3 female children, Abratha, Abalexa, Abpalmana.
How long has it been since you last saw them?
I see them now, April Ryan. Do not forget I perceive time in a different manner from your kind. I have given them your regards.
Well, say hi to them for me.
He just did. Oh.
Why did you come here to Mercuria?
I was chosen to be ambassador to Ireed when I showed a talent for seeing the flow of time from one point to the next. I was trained for a long time in locking myself into a single moment, to communicate and understand your world. My people do not normally involve themselves with others, but the Veil has forced us to do so.
Why don't the Venar want to involve themselves with humans?
In the wrong hands, our knowledge is dangerous. To know of the possible fluctuating futures, this can be a weapon to some who flow with time.
All right,
We
Care.
cannot interfere
Enjoy.
with your time. We are not allowed.
Who says?
The balance. The Guardian. The Guardian watches not only the balance between worlds, but also the balance within. Time is in balance, and if this balance is upset, the Guardian would know.
I thought the Guardian was gone.
So he is, and that makes it even more crucial to my people that we preserve the balance and not upset it. Chaos is our enemy, April Ryan, and we do our part to keep it at bay, as do you.
Are you planning on ever going back to your people?
When we pass through the veil to the other side and time yet again opens up, I will return to my people. I look forward to that day. I miss my people, and it is hard to speak with your kind. It makes me tired.
I know what you mean. I'm a stranger here too.
You will bring us through the veil, April Ryan, and then we can both leave this place and go home.
Where is your home, Abnaxis?
Across the border mountains and north, to where the forests are evergreen, and where in winter the land turns white.
Do you know Father Tobias?
Tobias is a faithful servant of the balance, and he is a good man. He leads the sentinel down a narrow path, but he never wavers. We are friends.
So, I can trust him?
Trust is a concept which often puzzles me. Amongst my people there is never distrust. We always know the truth. But amongst your people, amongst those who flow with time, trust is important, a fragile thing. But yes, I do think Tobias is to be trusted fully. I cannot see beyond the veil, but up to that point there is no thread in which he betrays your trust, April Ryan.
Yes, I am also curious. Although I guess Care just left to eat. Well, he's gonna have to regale his grand tale of fine dining afterwards. For us, though, I think it's gonna be soup because I forgot to take something out from the freezer. No, wait. I was going to make mapo tofu today, but I think that'll be too late. We'll have mapo tofu tomorrow. That'll be soup today.
Have you heard of a man named Cortez?
No, I have not. But that does not mean I do not know him. Names
Disappointed
are
Tenho
often
noises.
fleeting, April Ryan.
He's my... well, some have called him my mentor, others a nutcase. I'm not sure which it is, but I'm leaning towards the former.
Your mentor? He is a shifter as well?
No, I don't think so. He doesn't travel. Shift between Stark and Arcadia.
I do not see him in my life, April Ryan. I do not know him. Beyond the veil, perhaps, but not before.
Thanks, Abnaxis.
You are always welcome, April Ryan.
I need some help in my quest.
Yes, you did.
I did? And what did you answer?
That I will help you as much as I can, but in the end...
I'm on my own. I've heard that one before. What do you know about dragons?
I do not know much about the kin, but I do know a little.
Dragons.
Perhaps it will help you, perhaps not. The Draic kin came to this world a very, very long time ago. before the dawn of man, before the divide, the Venar had yet to learn to be outside time, and there were few other peoples on Earth. The kin played an important part in the divide, in separating magic from science, and in the founding of the Fathers, the Sentinel, to watch over the balance. It is said that after the divide of the 4 Dryad kin that came to Earth, 2 went to Stark, and 2 to Arcadia. But that was a long time ago, 12,000 of your years. I do not know what has become of them since.
You don't know where I may find these Dryadkin?
No, the white of the Dryadkin, the mother, has, according to legend, been sighted. The tale of the silver spear of Gorimon speaks of the mother and her child. Though I think this is but a tale, and far from the truth.
The story is called The Silver Spear of Gorimon?
Yes, unfortunately I do not have this book myself, and I do not know of anyone who does.
And this is an interesting thing. The mother, the white kin, well, it's not surprising that this is the same one we saw in the prologue of this game.
What about the other dragon, the other Dryadkin?
Of the Dryad kin, I only know of the mother, the white of the kin, although I have heard tell of a god who fell from the sky into the ocean a great long time ago. But this may also be just a tale.
What else do you know about this god who fell from the sky?
Only what I have told you. Someone with greater knowledge of the ocean and the creatures that live beneath its surface may be able to tell you more.
Have you heard of a disc that works as a key to the Guardian's realm?
Yes, but very little. It has been spoken of in the Ireed Council only recently, brought to attention by the Tyrant Ambassador. He wished to know where it is kept.
And what was the answer?
No one at the council knows or admitted to knowing, and the ambassador was asked to speak with the Sentinel, which he is unlikely to concede to. The Tyrant are allied with the Vanguard, and so are in political and ideological opposition with the Sentinel. I know Vestrum Tobias. He would not speak a word with the Tyrant, nor the Vanguard. Not unless it was to challenge their philosophies.
So you don't know where I can find the disc?
No. Ask Vestrum Tobias.
Let's see. This
Do you
one?
know anything about a rift leading to the Guardian's realm?
I have heard speak of such a thing. I believe it was where the tower was built and the divide created. When the earth was one, it might still be open.
Any idea where it is?
I am afraid the Venar were never very involved in the affairs of the Sentinel, nor took any part in the divide except to agree to the necessity of it. We had little choice but to concede. We are a magical people. We need the balance, because we could not survive without magic.
So, in all honesty, I'm kind of tempted to make a D&D campaign sort of like based with this universe, within the Longest Journey universe.
I wouldn't mind.
I have no idea how to pull that off, because on one hand, you couldn't have the playable characters. It's hard to make the playable characters be from Arcadia, because they would just get overwhelmed by Stark, and at the same time, having the party be from Stark is also difficult, especially if the party has access to to various, like, say if you can get weapons from Arcadia, from Stark, that would just be overwhelming compared to Arcadia, so it's hard. So, and then it's also like the party couldn't necessarily learn magic easily. Heck, it would be a miracle even if they could learn magic. And there's also the whole thing about the chance of having four or even as many as 6 shifters at the same time. Yeah.
How would I go about fighting chaos?
You cannot fight chaos. It is not so simple. To oppose chaos, one must return order to
Wouldn't
that
the
which has
shifters
been
thing be
affected
best
by
solved by,
chaos, and thus reduce its powers. But
having
this
an
is
NPC
not
that shifts?
something everyone can
Moment.
do. Only those ordained by the balance can embark on such a dangerous task and survive.
What did you say? Can be solved by?
Having an NPC that shifts and basically use that one as a base. Everyone just accidentally shifts with them.
No, that's not. It is established that non-shifters cannot accompany a shifter through the void and expect to come out in the same place. Westhouse actually addresses that in the first time you meet him, when April offers to take him with her through the divide, and he just says no, simply because he will get lost in the void. And for those who may not have been here, the year in Stark is 22 something. And yes, you can bap then charcoal.
Why? Why BAP?
Well, see the 2 messages, the last message from charcoal and compared to the one from Ven. Now, as I was saying, the year is 22 something in Stark. Brian Westhouse is from the 1930s. And this is because of the chaos by which someone who is not a shifter crosses the divide. So you need to have shifters. There's another alternative, but we're not going to get into that right now. Because that way goes spoilers. A whole lot of them. But that is actually an even less likely chance.
Minor leveled again.
Although there is actually one way to do it that I can think of. To make that happen. So that's about
it for now.
I am glad I could be of assistance, April Ryan.
I'll talk to you later, Naxus.
Blessings of the balance on your journey, April Ryan.
So now we have to leave and go back to the city. But yeah, there's another way I could actually make it happen, but it's kind of difficult to actually see if I can make it justified. And now we go to the marketplace. And go to the stalls and see if we can deliver this thing, because we have we can see if we can talk to the map guy.
Hey, you! What's going on? Why didn't you deliver any maps yesterday?
Oh, we're getting fired now.
I wasn't around, sorry.
Well, there are more maps to be delivered, and my customers are getting very impatient. Did you deliver the map to the rolling man?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me see his signature, and I'll give you your next delivery. Here's your next delivery, a map of the Northlands to a Tun-Layak, staying at the Journeyman Inn. And be quick about it. She's been waiting since the day before yesterday.
Oh, come on, stupid bugs. So now, oops, that's the wrong button.
It's a map of the Northlands. I'm supposed to deliver this to, Tun-Layak, staying at the Journeyman Inn.
And now we have some coin, so let us take... Talent the free crow.
How about a game of cups today?
Okay, let's go.
Just place your bet, investment, on the table and the game will begin.
Actually,
I got a whole handful of these Arcadian iron coins.
yeah, they're iron coins, but do we have a magnet right now? I don't think we do. Okay, so we cannot free crow quite yet.
I wonder if that's supposed to be anybody in particular, or just any. In a world without the screen, that's what passes for entertainment. And it's pretty darn good.
Because the Arcadian coins are iron, and we need a magnet to actually... Because that guy cheats a ton. So there's no point in betting any coins to him right now.
Good morning, Tobias.
Pat the bird. I would love to pat the bird.
Why, it's April, my friend from Stark. Have you come to visit us again?
So it appears. I didn't exactly come here by choice this time, though.
Oh? How so, if I may ask?
In a weird and twisted way, it's nothing out of what's become the substitute for ordinary in my life. One second I was in my room in Newport. The next, I was in a dark alley in Arcadia.
You must have opened a shift while you were sleeping. Good. This means you are learning to harness your magic.
Yeah, I guess, except I don't think I'll be able to get back home again. And this time, my mentor, Cortez, has no idea that I'm here.
Ah, but I'm sure you will find a way to channel and control your power soon. In the meantime, is there anything I can do to help?
I need help getting back home.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I'm in no better state today to help you shift than I was the day before yesterday. You are the one with the talent, and so you must learn to use that talent.
I need to locate the disc that unlocks the Guardian's tower.
The disc that is the key? Yes, it is needed. It might even restore balance, provided the new Guardian accompanies it to the tower, of course. But you wish to find the disc yourself?
I have to. Cliché or not, it's our only hope.
You do this often, then? You know, save worlds?
It's an expression. Heroism in my world is more of a cliché than anything else.
I do not understand. But then I am merely a servant of the balance, while you are more. But yes, the disc. As I told you once before, when the Earth was divided, and the realm of the Guardian created, a disc was forged in the Well of Making. The disc was to serve two purposes: as a key to the Tower of Balance should it become necessary to enter it in the Guardian's absence, and as a replacement for the disc that is already in the tower should it be broken. The tower is now abandoned and locked, and the old disc shattered. I do think the time is right for the second disc to be brought forward and used.
Where is the disc now?
At first, more than 12,000 years ago, it was kept in the open, at the Sentinel Enclave outside Marcuria. However, when thieves attempted to make away with the disc, it was taken away.
Why?
So that the 4 parts of the disc could be divided amongst 4 of the magical people of Arcadia. People who would have nothing to gain from the balance being compromised.
What people were the disc divided amongst?
This I cannot tell you. I am not sure anyone remembers now. But it would be in the scriptures, I am certain.
What scriptures?
The scriptures of the balance. There are 13 of them. 13 is a strong number, rich in tradition, and... Did you know the Ireed High Council consists of 13 ministers? No, of course you don't. 13 was also the number of the fathers who begat the Sentinel, and who built the Tower of Balance.
Where can I find the scriptures of the balance?
Pay a visit to the Sentinel Enclave, located outside the city to the east. The great library of the Enclave contains every book ever written by an Arcadian minstrel, and most others as well. Speak with Minstrom Yerin, the keeper of books. Tell him I sent you.
I need to find the entrance to the Guardian's realm.
There is one. You are right in that, but where, I would not venture to guess. In the past, when the time came for the Guardian to step down and another to take his or her place, the Guardian opened a gateway wherever it was needed. A Guardian, still in full control of the balance, can invite anyone in, and let anyone out. But with the Guardian gone, the only way in would be the point where the divide was first created, where the tower was built.
Isn't that location written down somewhere?
Remember that this was done on the old Earth before the divide. After the divide, after the creation of Stark and Arcadia, places were shifted about. This entrance may not even be on the ground anymore.
What do you mean?
It could be up there, in the sky, or far below us, through the crust of the Earth into the molten depths below. I cannot say, and I do not know anyone who could.
Isn't there any way to locate the entrance to the Guardian's realm?
Perhaps with careful investigation of the old texts, histories of Arcadia, of the Divide, the scriptures. I do not know, April, but it cannot hurt to look. Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
Welcome back here. So, what did you have for food? This is important. We almost know. You know the rules. Everyone who has food has to tell us all about it. What were you having?
I need to locate the 2 dragons that reside in Arcadia.
The Drykin?
What's the difference?
Dragons is a word from your
nice.
world. The kin are not what they have become in your legends and fairy tales.
But they're real, aren't they?
Oh, as real as you and me, April. And old. They have been here since before our time. As you probably remember, the kin were instrumental in the divide, saving mankind from a terrible end. But I know so little. Only what I can remember from my studies when I was a minstrel at the Enclave.
I think I'm gonna promote the BAP emote from Better TTV to a subscriber emote once I eventually maybe get enough subscribers to get that, so everyone can use them to enact justice upon all of Twitch.
How can I get more information on the Drykin?
Books, daughter, books. The wisdom of the ages. There is one tome you should study, called The Secrets of the Drykin, by Minstrom Elniak. It is old but informative, and it captures the imagination.
Where can I find this book?
Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
Wait, vanilla spaghetti ice cream? I have never heard of this. What is this vanilla spaghetti? Like, where did the spaghetti come in? I'm confused.
Thank you, Tobias.
Good to know I could help you,
I
April.
hope the vanilla just means, you know, pure or original.
Did I just say something like heathenous? I have a feeling that you're all judging me right now. judging my ignorance. And now we can talk to West House.